What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is the Hammer Lecter, and today I got a very exciting new product over here, and this is the Retro Beast, the one that we've been waiting for quite some time. And this is a remake of the previous Beast that came out with the Caliban Bathwave about a few years back, and that was a very highly sought after figure. Even up until today, it's actually quite hard to find, but of course with this new Retro Beast here, this one is actually easier a little bit to find at a much cheaper price. I remember that this one here a few months ago did cost me for about 200 to 250 ringgit, which is about 50 to 60 USD. And right now I purchased this for about 120 ringgit, which is of course half the price. So you can get one for about retail price for about 25 to 30 USD. And it's a good deal because I think I can use it to compare with each other. I can just open this one up. Don't have to open this. My friend did give me one of his pack here to open this, to unbox and review for you guys. But I'm going to definitely keep one here in a mint seal cut condition. So in today's video, what we're going to do, of course, is go unbox this, check out the articulation, and of course the sculpting and all the good stuff that comes with this beast of a figure. So yes, without further ado, let's check out the card. So on the back here, we have the product image, and on the left side here, we do have a very nostalgia toy-based kind of design. And let's go on to what it says on the back. So it says here, Dr. Henry McCoy, the gentle giant of the X-Men, uses his mutant physicality and genius mind for the betterment of humans and mutants alike. So I just gotta say, when it comes to the packaging over here, it's very similar to the Grey Beast that we have gotten as well. And there is a Dark Beast that came with the Age of Apocalypse buff wave, but nothing beats the blue original if you guys want to complete the whole original X-Men set. So alright, enough talking, let's just unbox this bad boy up. And boom, here we have it, the Beast figure, and it looks really awesome over here. Let's take a closer look at the accessories. Okay, so we do have two head sculpts over here instead of one compared to the first Caliban Bathwave. And this is the same one they have given us before, and this is the new one that they have provided here with the retro card. We have two sets of hands over here. We have the parkour hands here to do that amazing stance. Here are both of them to grab your glasses and grab these beakers that we have here. And I do like that this does say X-Gene. And yes, it is very similar to the one that we have had with the retro lizard set. And we do have the Hank McCoy glasses as well. So a very nice set of accessories that comes with this retro beast. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at the Retro Beast figure, and I gotta say it's actually looking really nice. And for the price point, for about 25 bucks, for about 120 ringgit, I think this is a solid figure because you are getting a lot of accessories and this lab coat over here. As a fellow dentist, I gotta say that this material is pretty on point. This is how we actually have it here. It's very similar to my lab coat that I've used before. They do have the pockets here, so you can, if you have like a pen or whatsoever, you can put it on the front. And you do have the collars as well to give that nice mad scientist look. And overall, I gotta say the design on this is really interesting. It's been a while since I've seen a Marvel Legends figure with nice clothing, and this again is not the same one as the Retro Lizard, which given us a plastic material. This is a proper cloth material here, which of course is a very added bonus. And as we can see, he's holding his beakers here. It's very easy to hold, very nice grip to it as well, so you can do a lot of amazing poses with this mad scientist look over here. And I'm going to take out the lab coat, which of course would help, and it will show us the body mold that we have here. Again, it's very similar to what we have had with the previous Beast figure. So I'm just going to pull this off a little bit, just stripping down. And one thing great about this is that he has that butterfly joint here, so it's very easy to pull back his lab coat. So yes, you can actually use this with the previous Beast figure if you want. And now looking at the Beast without the lab coat, this is where it goes into its battle mode here. And again, it does have excellent articulation, which we are going to check out in a little bit. Again, it looks really awesome. And going on to the figure here, what I gotta notice is that the color isn't the same as with the previous Beast figure. This one does have more of a matte finish to it and the lighter blue color compared to the blacker hair that we have on the previous Beast, which I'm going to check out in a little bit. But overall, in terms of the sculpting and design, it really looks awesome. As a kid growing up in the 90s watching the cartoon, Beast wasn't really one of the top end characters. Even with Cyclops, it's always been Wolverine and maybe even Gambit, which has been one of the bigger X-Men characters. But I gotta say, Beast over here as a figure does look really, really awesome. I do like the fact that they have also still have given him the butterfly joints over here, because he is very, very flexible. He likes to jump around and do a lot of balls and, you know, a lot of movement. So really like it here. So looking at the face, again, it looks really, really awesome. Does have the nice teeth as well coming out of the mouth. And in terms of the hair as well, looks really, really nice. It's really awesome with the nice hair sculpt all the way to the back. Looks really awesome. And does have the nice eyes as well, and good nice ears. Very nice sculpting. Everything's all just sculpted in, and going onto the chest as well. Very nice definition. It does have very good muscle tones to it as well. The hair comes out on this very, very nice. You do have a little bit of your belly button on the center here, and you do have the hair still flowing down. If you stretch it up, it still follows through. And then if you go onto the belt as well, it's a bit of a loose belt, so pretty standard. And if you go onto the back here, again, I like the hair moving all around, all sculpted in. And if you just bend the body forward, you can see that it just still follows in through. If you check out the arms as well, as you can see, yeah, the paint and the sculpting does follow through. Let's go onto the front. On each of the sides, yes, the hair does follow through, which, you know, just makes it a really amazing. And if you go on to the arms, you can see that on the pack here, it doesn't have that sculpting here or the color, where the previous one had the black color hair here. Here they made it blue, so it's easier and not so noticeable, which I noticed about that. You do have the nice trunks that he wears. Going on to the feet as well, you do have the toe joints again, which is really, really fun to play and pose around with. And again, very, very excellent sculpting all around the body. Very amazing figure. And also, not to mention, we do have the glasses that comes with this retro Beast, very similar to the grey Beast that we've gotten before, if not mistaken. So it does give it that scientific look, but as you can see, I had to put my hand here because it's actually very loose, very hard to hook onto his ears or to his hair, but you get a very nice accessory as well. Right now, moving on to articulation. So starting with the head, what you can do is tilt the way up, all the way down here, and then go on to the butterfly joints, so you can stretch all the way back on both sides. Very, very nice. And then if we go on to the arms, it does have your bicep swivel. You do have your hinge here, and then you can go all the way up like this much on both sides. And go on to the hands, so you can join here, and the hinge does make it go up and down as well. Going on to the torso, you can tilt it sideways a little bit. And for the crunch will give you this much of motion. And going on backwards as well, a lot of motion there. But you cannot tilt it sideways because it's restricted. Going on to the legs, you can stretch this much. Does have your upper thigh joints. Going on to the knees, you have your double jointed knees and your toe articulation and your toe pivot as well, your ankle pivot sideways and up and down. So very, very flexible figure indeed. And now we're going to check out some comparisons with other Marvel Legends figures. Okay, so now is the Beast up against the Caliban Beast, and I gotta say both of them do look really, really awesome. First thing that I noticed is that with this retro Beast here, you do have the painted fingernails on the hands and also the toes, whereas this one here doesn't have. And of course, in terms of the color of their hair as well, it's different. This is all blue and this one's all black. This one does have the more animated look, whereas this one does give it more of the realistic look, I would say. Both of these two figures are exactly the same body mold, same body type, because they are exactly the same figure. A lot of people didn't get the Caliban Beast here when it first came out, and people were selling it at extremely high prices, whereas over here you have the chance to buy it again. In terms of the size, both of them are at about the 7-inch mark, so it's a really tall and big figure. Not complaining about it. And of course, just bring it a little bit closer. The blue on each of them is a little bit different. Like I mentioned, this one has the more modern color, more matte finish. This one does have a little bit more of the dirty blue, which for me, to be honest, I still really do like it because I still love both of these two figures. So yes, let me know in the comments down below which one you guys prefer. And here is Beast with the rest of some X-Men members, so we can see that Colossus here is a little bit taller compared to Beast. And of course, we have Cyclops and Wolverine and Gambit over here. Don't worry about Cyclops because we are getting a new mold this year, or is it next year, with the VHS series, and next year will be the 60th anniversary anyway, so I do expect maybe a retro card that will be coming along the way. Okay, so we do have two scientists over here. We have the Retro Lizard that we also recently released a few months ago, and we have the Retro Beast. And in terms of the lab coat, this one's made out of cloth, whereas again, this one, like I mentioned, this one's made out of a rubber plastic material, but they do have the same beakers over here, just different colors, and I really do like both of these two scientist figures. So that is it with the Beast figure, and I would give this a nice solid 9 out of 10. Maybe I'm not super excited with it because I already do have the Caliban Beast, but if I got this as my first figure, I think this one is an excellent figure. The amount of articulation of it, the amount of details, and the amount of accessories really makes it one of the top X-Men figures to get, and even the top Marvel Legend figure to get at the end of the day. So yes, if you guys did enjoy this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. So I'll see you guys in the next one.